and welcome to my channel. My name is Tara. Excuse me, I go by Tera Love because love is my medicine. Anyways, I am here to offer you a message today because that is what I do. And so I have received one while in the shower that feels to be urgent to release. So I'm just going to go for it without any thought. So, what was coming to me to release as a video for you all to receive is about the shadow that has come about and we have seen now in the light of the full moon. So, these shadows that we're dealing with are really strong, really deep, and kicking up, I hear, a lot of wounds. So, be magic, I hear. And allow yourself to have time to clear them, clear your wounds, clear these negative energies that have been, I hear, swarming around you. When I see this, though, I see this as the bigger picture, global, and the energies that we are dealing with are huge. They may not necessarily, these aren't the ones that I'm just referring to as your partners and friends, which also are here to open you and to heal you and to allow you to see where things need to be dealt with so that they don't repeat. So it's kind of like what we're watching in the media and history repeating itself, wars and disagreements, genocides, violence, dictatorship, tyranny. These are all things that have been written already in many different books, not just your, let's say, history books from academia. Growing up in Western societies where he loves to share his stories with you in these books that you're like, is required of you to read and learn about. So the interesting thing that's coming, a lot of downloads now, that the storytelling that he has done in his storybooks for all of you since young, these have been now ingrained into you and your system. How you react to them, is a way of him creating desensitization. So if you grow up all the time, like meaning every year, reading in these violent texts, it's no wonder that it doesn't really affect you as deep as others in the world who have not been indoctrinated by his books. I wonder, or bet to wonder, that it's deliberately set up like this so that when these types of actions take place in the Western world and right now the United States is what I'm speaking of, you won't react so quickly. You will be a bit like, we don't know what to do, or there's nothing we can do, or feel disempowered, or just like it's not a part of you or close to you. That has been the global cry for since I've been born, from people that are outside of the United States who are always wondering and hoping, praying that we're going to stand up and stop somehow our authority from bullying their countries themselves, because they're all a collection or collective of a people. Rather, we see it as an individual that you know or don't know. It's still a collective of human beings who have these feelings. And how do we stand by and watch, they would wonder and ask and have in media for centuries, thinking or assuming we have a collective power to somehow stop it. But we all know across the globe, wherever we are with leadership, that there hasn't really, then in my education, ever been someone strong enough to be written or talked about that is actually a leader that's good for the people, in the sense of there's never any violence in their country under their reign, and that the people still have a level of prosperity, meaning they are able to sustain themselves with food, water, and other necessities such as shelter and a quality of life. So with the majority, it's a Western or a dictator, meaning someone who is either a part of the lie that they are there to do good and creating democracy, but yet still shedding blood, are those who just stand in their blood and say, we don't care. In here, it's very difficult to figure out who's good, who's bad, in the sense of like, it's not the collective, we're just the citizens. But can we do something about it underneath our rulership, our authoritarian, our governance? I would like to say yes. How we do it is what the thing is. And it takes for us as a collective to do it together. And that's why the unity has always been a thing. Unfortunately, again, the unity that is taught in my nation is one of patriotism, which would then lead to the same problem, that we're unified in the justice of the United States doing bad things to other people. And that's not the unity we want. So how do we unify in the eye of like goodness, and not in the nationalism of the patriot? That is clearly the shadow of our existence. This shadow is what had came to me this time to deliver this message about from divine. And having compassion in the sense of you're all going to go through it. It's a dark night of the soul that everyone who has been indoctrinated into this system, society, and what the knitting lady says is a cult, which is your identity at this point as a citizen on this planet and within this nation. A lot of things are falling down, I hear, such as nationalism, for this exact reason. So when you start to see that it's falling apart, do not despair, do not hurt you. It's safe, and you are safe to let it go. It doesn't mean that you're not a good person. It doesn't mean you're not this or you're not that, because you're not patriotic about what is wrong. Wrong is wrong. And your soul should not be attached to that. So I'm here to let you know on this full moon that you are released from that. You have every right and authority within yourself to release yourself from that. That is not you. It doesn't have to be you in order for you to prove that you are a good person in your country. This is a shadow. And you will get through the illusion that that is you. Ooh, I'm sorry, that was really a lot. um, so this is something that you would call like something like a shadow work. It's effective for you, spirit, and it may also cause you pain, emotional and physical. I promise you, you'll get through it. And the reason why you'll be willing to is because you know that that's the way that you can create change. If you want to know the answer to how do we do this, this is how you do it. It's not anything else. That's why you feel powerless. Our voices do speak loud, but are they loud enough? When we come out to protest, what are we really getting done? We need more. I hear louder, dun, 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 louder. The Black Eyed Peas. So yes, you can go louder and blast it on your stereos. I should see way more than I do right now on my feed of those who are being loud about this. But it takes a transformation. It takes a real human transformation. Because you're not going to take down the whole thing by just addressing one wound, one scar, one little band-aid. It's a whole body, it's a whole system. No pun intended. Ours and theirs. So if we want change and we want our system to go, ours has to be willing to also and be rebuilt. So that's you releasing who you thought you were based on how you grew up, based on what they taught you, and being willing to allow yourself to let it decease, leave, and create a new way of being. This does not require your organs to go. So your organs is not something that is affected this way. It's your mind, your thoughts, and your theories, your beliefs. Those are what's going to decease. And that's how you're going to get where you're going. This is how you will release also dis-ease in your body if you have experienced it already or are starting to. You will start to feel different within. Toxins will be released outside of you. And in there, you may feel discomfort in the adjustments with your body itself, your cellular makeup, and what is happening in your blood and the rest of your system. That's on a molecular level. Once you're past this point here, you feel relief, you are still here. And you will be. Your mind and your body will integrate, they will meet, they will be aligned. And in there, they will never be able to do this type of thing again here in this country. Not with all of us knowing that we transformed and transcended all of this energy. Dark, dark, dark energy. And we allowed ourselves to cleanse, purify, and become something different. So don't be afraid. That's the message. Do not be afraid. I feel that somewhere in here somebody needs to hear that. The times is not here for you to be afraid. There's no need for you to be afraid. It's the fear is coming from what you have always known, being challenged, and your mind saying, but wait, I don't agree. How could this be? Where are we going to? Oh my God. Right? Chaos, the world is ending. It's our way of being and our ideologies that are ending. It's our belief systems that are ending. And you must have compassion for you and for those around you to go through such a manifestation. Ours is being played on the global screen right now. Embarrassing. Yes. But for those who have gone through this in their own lives on the individual level, they too have had to, at the end, say, oh my God, everyone watched that. Oh God, I was going through so much stuff. I was so crazy. But it's okay. You know, it's what is required for change. So we are just on a bigger scale and a bigger screen as a collective underneath this thing called the U.S. Or I hear my country, this be. See these songs? These are all like these spells that they put in our head so that we'll feel bad when we go against our country for doing bad shit out here. It starts off in damn near kindergarten. Do you understand the level of this indoctrination? You must see it this way. If you don't see it this way, it's going to be more difficult, and you may stand by and not feel empowered to go forward in knowing that we have to end this with this man and his people because no one's agreeing with this. We are here for the people. We are here for human beings. We are here for life. We are here for animals. We are here for the planet. And we are here for Earth because this is our mother and this is where we live. Without these things, none of us exist. So it makes no sense any further to think that rich men are the reason why we are all alive and will live happy lives. They do not provide, they destroy. So if you don't see the destruction by now, I'm sorry that you're probably not going to see it, and you probably should just stay in bed and don't come out. Because for the majority that is going to be awakened during this time, seeing this message, and the rest of us who are coming out with them, knowing what we have to say and what we have to do, we are going to ignore you, and you are going to be outside the group, sleeping through your integrity. You just don't want to be that, I hope. So, integrity is booming right now. If you have not checked your integrity lately, you may want to just start there. What is it that I truly believe in? If it's not this, then sit down and start doing the work it takes to understand what you're releasing, the things that you don't believe in any longer, such as destroying other people and being fearmonger is no. And that's literally what the United States stands for right now. Literally spoken by its own governance. So everybody who's going, no, not me, you have to do the work. If you want to know what that is, you will contact me, you will contact others who are talking about it. You have to do the work to transcend and transform this nation into a better place. It takes us to do it, all of us, individually creating a collective. So I hope this message met you where you need to be met. I hope it's where you were looking and you seeked and you found the answers from the crown. Yes. There's no need to be afraid. We don't have time now. Relax yourselves and just go through the process of healing what you know no longer serves us or our communities. And that includes the army. So all of that, yes, is a no because no one is attacking us. I have been against war and militia since I was a child, and I would have veterans tell me, well, if we didn't have this, you would not have any protection. We don't need that. We didn't need that until he decided he was going to attack people. The United States attacks other nations. So in there, what they should have told me was, we attack people and we need protection from our attacks. And then I would say again, I don't agree with it because we shouldn't be attacking people. I have not in my whole 48 years have I ever been on this soil and there's a nation trying to attack us and we are in a defense. It has never happened in my lifetime. I don't think it's ever happened in my mother's lifetime. So I don't feel like those messages are accurate. And I think it's worth looking into if you find it something that you're like, not sure about. But that's the level of integrity it's going to take. Otherwise, we're just talking for talk's sake. Okay? So that's the answer to your problems today. I'm laughing because it's like, wait, where did this all come from? This just happens. It just tells me. And to give it to you. So do not be afraid, first off, for whoever is feeling like terrified from the chaos of what you're watching here and what's going on. It's kind of like the good friend who's coming to shake your shoulders and say, get a grip. You're okay. Stop it and sit down. Anxiety is kicking in. So if you have that from all of the stuff that you're watching, this is your good friend loving you and saying, yeah, sit down. You're okay. Bring it together. Yes, you are okay. I'm here for you. And you're fine. We are all okay. We are stable. But we have a decision to make. And if we're able to do it, I think we need to do it. And I'm sure you'll agree with me today. So stay calm. Yes. And in there, take a look at what are the things, that I don't agree with. And how do I do something about it? I change it within myself first. Figure out where did it come from? What is it about? And that takes a healing and a process. Because something has to go in order for you to really stand in it. And in there, have compassion for yourself. As you are unraveling, untangling, uncovering things and discovering things that you thought you knew and didn't know, or that you knew and didn't do. And it's okay. So that's the message from my spirit guides today. And I hope it helps anyone who, like I said, was looking for some answers or comfort or support in knowing you're safe. But this is the work we have to do now. And I hope you're up for it, because I am. So I'll see you on the next one. Yeah. Have a good day, everyone. I'm sending my love and good energy and hope and all just the good stuff. I just want you to feel good about yourselves, because the more you feel good about you, the more you put out good, and the more good that's out there, the shadow starts to kind of come down and we get the sunlight again. Yeah. So stay awake, stay happy, stay vibrant, stay ready, and just stay like in your integrity. Stay in your heart. And I promise you we'll all meet up and it'll be a new start. Okay, hang in there. Eat your fruits and your veggies. See you next time. Bye.